welcome Abel Ramos. Abel.
Hey everyone, thanks for the invitation. Thanks for being here. And I've been training hard and gonna be ready for May 1st.
All right, thank you very much, Abel Ramos. Now let's meet the man who will be colliding against Abel Ramos on May 1st on Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view. Former world champion Wesley Goat by Joel Diaz, known for his action fights. Last fight lost in July 2019. Now WBA welterweight champion of the world. Go to Dennis Ugas. One loss, one draw, 19 wins coming by way of knockout. You see, he loves his San Antonio and has some style. And no doubt he loves to just throw punches in. Please welcome Omar Figueroa Jr. Omar.
Thank you for having me. Looking forward to it.
All right. And well, now we will open it up to questions from the media. And I got to say, this fight between Omar Figueroa Jr. and Abel Ramos is going to be a high-octane action fight. You do not want to miss it. I'll turn it over once again, Andrew Roberts of Swanson Communications, if you have any questions for the fighter.
Thanks very much, Ray. As a reminder to the media on the call here, if you could please hit that raise hand icon if you have some questions. Our first question is going to come from Mike Rosenthal. Mike, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Hey guys, I have a couple questions for Omar. It'll be almost 2 years since you were in the ring, and that was a pretty tough loss against Ugas. I think some people wondered whether we'd see you again. Was that ever a consideration, or was it just a matter of regrouping and getting back at it?
No, I mean, those thoughts crossed my mind, absolutely. I mean, when you're having to face the top guys in the sport and you're doing it injured, you know you're not 100%. I mean, the weight of it all just becomes unbearable at times. So I just needed to reset, you know, to regroup and give my body time to heal. I mean, leaving the sport obviously was an option. I didn't know if I could do it again, you know, bear that weight and with the injuries and all that, but that all seems to be behind me now.
Well, that leads me to my next question then. So you feel like you're 100%? Is everything healed?
I mean, I feel as close to 100% as I've ever felt. So I'm excited to see if my body holds out until then.
Fantastic, thanks.
All right, thanks, Mike. Our next question is going to come from Ernesto Amador. Ernesto, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you. This question is for both of you guys. Esta pregunta es para ustedes dos. ¿Ustedes piensan, do you think that you can steal the night? ¿Ustedes piensan que se pueden robar la noche? Porque si bien Andy Ruiz Jr. y Arreola está llamando mucho la atención, pero de verdad los expertos en boxeo saben lo que ustedes pueden dar. I mean, Andy Ruiz and Arreola is the biggest noise, but everybody knows that you can steal the night. ¿Me pueden contestar, por favor, los dos?
Adelante.
Adelante, Omar.
Bueno. No, pues sí, obviamente es algo de que para mí es lo máximo del boxeo. A mí me gusta salir a ring, demostrar que yo soy el que más puede. Así de simple. Y si mi oponente está dispuesto a bailar conmigo, entonces bailamos. Y si no, pues no. Así que yo estoy dispuesto a hacer la pelea que se tenga que hacer para ganar y para entretener a los fans.
Could you answer in English, please?
Yes. I'm definitely looking to make it an interesting fight. We don't get paid overtime, so if I can get it done in a round, trust me, I'm going to try. But it does depend on my opponent a lot, and a lot of the time they don't like to tango. So we'll just wait and see how interesting we make it in the ring that night.
Okay, Abel, please.
Sí, así es. Creo que los expertos del box tienen razón en pensar que nos podemos robar la noche por los estilos que los dos tenemos. Y somos mexicanos, guerreros, que siempre lo damos todo arriba del ring. Entonces esta pelea va a ser muy interesante y muy emocionante para el público.
¿Nos puedes decir en inglés ahora, por favor?
Yeah, that the boxing experts are right to think that we can steal the show because of our boxing styles. I think they're gonna mix very well that night of the fight, and the crowd they're gonna they're gonna love this fight.
Well, thank you. Gracias a los dos.
Nada.
Gracias.
All right, thanks, Ernesto. As a reminder to the media, if you have any questions for Omar and Abel, please hit that raise hand icon. We'll give the media a chance here to come into the queue. All right, our next question is going to come from Carlos Toro. Carlos, you can unmute yourself and ask your question.
Thank you, Omar and Abel, for taking time to talk to us. First question to actually really the both of you. Both of you are coming off of losses to Yordenis Ugas, and Ugas currently holds the WBA super title at 147. Omar, you first, then Abel. Did both of you believe that a win on this platform on pay-per-view in the co-main event could potentially elevate the winner into a potential rematch with Ugas down the line?
I'm going to answer the way that I should have answered these kinds of questions and just say that I'm focused on Abel Ramos. I know that he's no pushover. I don't care what happens after. I don't care what happens, whatever. All I'm focused on right now is Abel Ramos. I know he's no light task, and I'm not taking him lightly. So I know that I have my hands full with Abel, so I'm focusing 100% on him.
Abel, do you care to respond?
Yeah, the same for me. I mean, Omar Figueroa, he's a great fighter. He's a warrior. So we can't look past that. But of course, we gotta take care of this fight first, and then whatever comes, it comes. But it will definitely place the winner in a very good position.
Quick question to Omar. You've been out of the ring for almost 2 calendar years. Obviously, there's always the worry about ring rust, but you mentioned getting a chance to rest up physically. From a mental standpoint, how much did that time off kind of allow you to sort of refresh and rest up from a mental standpoint, and allow you to sort of get an even bigger focus in for what's ahead?
Well, I think it's safe to say that these last couple of years have been pretty much rock bottom for me, and not just in the sense of boxing, but in everything. My life has been boxing. My life has been this sport ever since I was 3, 4 years old. This has been my life. So, as a pro, I guess thinking about a loss hadn't crossed my mind until it actually happened. And dealing with it, it just changes everything, and it changed everything. I honestly, having that one on the loss column just gave me a different perspective in life and this sport, and I can honestly say that I'm much better because of it, and you'll see May 1st.
All right, thanks very much, Carlos.
I have some questions for the guys, Omar Figueroa Jr. and Abel Ramos. Guys, as you prepare for this fight, fans are going to be in attendance, limited fans, mind you, but this place that you're fighting at, Dignity Health Sports Park, it has been synonymous with big, exciting wars and just classics that we've seen inside the ring. Does the venue add a little more, oomph to what you can expect against your opponent? I'll start off with Abel. Abel, if you want to answer that.
Yeah, of course. The venue, there's been great wars there, and I think it's the styles that they match up in that arena or something that attracts those type of fights. But I'm just ready to do my job, and my job is to give the fans an exciting fight.
Omar?
Well, I've already given the fans great shows in that arena, so I'm looking to, like I said, it takes 2 to tango. So everybody knows that I'm willing and yeah, basically willing to give the fans that kind of fight if that's what it takes. Or, I'm willing to do that for as long as it lasts too. So I'm excited to get this show on the road on May 1st.
Turn it back over to Andrew Roberts. Questions from the media.
All right, thanks, Ray. Our next question is going to come from Jake Donovan. Jake, please unmute yourself and you can ask your question.
Great, thanks, Andrew. Most of my questions have been answered. Omar, I did want to ask you though. you're coming back at a time like you actually didn't have to fight like without fans in attendance. What has been your view of boxing during the pandemic?
I haven't really been keeping up with boxing over the pandemic. The only one I really keep up with is my brother.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me ask you this. When you accepted the fight with Abel Ramos, did you already know that there was going to be fans in attendance? Did that even factor into the decision?
I know it doesn't matter.
Okay, very cool. That's all I had. Thank you very much, and best of luck to both of you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jake. And at this time, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Ray, if you want to please check with Omar and Abel for closing comments, and we'll wrap it up.
Absolutely. This 12-round co-main event on May 1st, PBC Fox Sports pay-per-view. Andy Ruiz Jr. matching up against Chris Arreola. A big night of boxing coming your way. Final comments first. It'll come from Abel Ramos. Abel.
Final comments is just to all the fans, to all the boxing fans, and whoever's going to be in attendance. I appreciate the support, and it's going to be a great Mexican Warriors. It's a whole card filled with Mexican Warriors, and we're going to do our part to give you guys a great show.
Omar?
Well, I just want to start off by saying, first off, to my fans, the ones that have stuck by me through all the BS that I've put them through. You know, this isn't an easy sport, and I've been doing this for my whole life. So I just like to say thank you for being patient. To the networks, to the people that know that make this sport tick. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for giving me another opportunity. I promise you, I will not let you down. And I'm excited to continue this new chapter in my career.